Hey guys, Ogalbina here, bringing you guys our BBR Season 2 Week 12 battle against Shay Quaza and his Dallas Starmies. Now, Shay is a very, very good content creator. He makes some hilarious stuff. And if you want, some really, really entertaining stuff, some of the best draft analysis in the game, definitely go check out his side, drop a sub. You definitely won't be disappointed. But I do want to preface this really quick before we jump into it and all that. The actual battle, I've already played the actual battle. There's actually face cam and stuff like that. I just didn't have time to record the team builder before because I kind of forgot when we were playing and I didn't want to keep them waiting. So I'm recording the team builder after the fact. But during the battle, I'm a complete idiot and usually I turn down my, Elgato's, audio a little bit because it's just way too loud with the game audio. And I forgot to do that before the battle until a good 75% into the battle when I noticed it. So I am going to be turning down the audio pretty significantly, which is going to, in turn make my voice really quiet. You're not going to hear me very well throughout the battle. So I really do apologize. This is definitely a very good battle. It's a very good visual battle. Again, it's a very good game. So definitely still give it a watch. Just keep in mind that it is going to be a little bit harder to hear me because I don't want to blow out your guys' eardrums with the in-game audio music and stuff like that. So I'm going to be turning it down in post editing and things like that. But other than that, it's a great game. But let's go ahead and jump into the team builder portion just so you can see what we're bringing and why we're bringing it and all that good stuff. So you got the background knowledge going into the match. But one last thing before we jump in, I do always got to mention, of course, that only a good 40 to 55% of you guys that are actually, watching the vids every time they go up and stuff like that are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you want to go ahead, do me a huge favor, hit that sub button for me. It's completely free. It's ridiculously easy. And you can always change your mind later if you aren't enjoying the content then. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Our team, if you did forget, for the last time this season, unfortunately, consists of Zarude, Pelipper, Kingdra, Reuniclus, Silvally, Doublade, Toxicroak, Cinccino, Stunfisk, and Clefairy, while Shay's team consists of Urshifu, Single Strike, Azumarill, Blastoise, Toxtricity, Decidueye, Flygon, Piloswine, Dugtrio, Alola, Rapidash, and Thwack. Now, right off the bat, biggest threats. Urshifu Single Strike can be very scary just because our defensive fairy is a Clefairy, and that can obviously be pushed through and taken advantage of pretty well on Shay's team. Like an Assault Vest or Azumarill really scares me just because its coverage is very good versus me, and it's very hard for me to take down with the build that I'm bringing in particular. So we have to be careful about that. A Shell Smash Blastoise can get very out of hand in the end game if we don't position ourselves correctly. And then Toxtricity is a menace, man. Tox is really good against us. We have one very solid check to it, but it lets in, a few annoying things on my opponent's team, and it gets very, very chipped throughout the game. So we're gonna have to be very careful around Tox. Like a Spec set or even like a Shift Gear Boom Burst type set does really well with versus us if we don't position ourselves correctly. So with that being said, though, let's go ahead and jump on into our first mon, which is going to be our Zarude, rocking out with the Assault Vest. Leaf Guard is its ability, Power Whip, Close Combat, U-Turn, and Darkest Lair. We have 68 HP, 188 attack, and max speed with a Jolly Nature. This is so we can always take a hit from Blastoise after Rocks if it is at a +2 with a Focus Blast. I believe we can take +2 Timid Focus Blast after Rocks. If I'm remembering the EVs correctly, it could be something different, but I'm pretty sure. The rest of it, though, this Pokemon honestly just tears through Shay's team offensively. Dual Stats plus CC hit pretty much everything, minus, a potential bulky Rapidash. We do Speed Type with that, and Larry definitely does chunk it, but it doesn't do the most in the world, and it obviously can Flame Body us. It makes the Rude stay a little bit more annoying, but outside of the Rapidash, we actually do a lot of damage to his team with this. So if you can position this thing correctly against his, dual water types, and we can potentially grab ourselves a pretty solid position. Close Combat is literally there just for the Urshifu. After a little bit of chip, we can knock it out with that, which obviously really clutch in itself. Next up, we have Silvally Fairy. Oh, and I do want to mention, I did recently open up a front office. If you guys didn't see my GDL recap video that went up a couple weeks ago, and I had some great help from some great guys in the front office this week. Slick gave me a great mock and helped me out. Ultra player Josh gave me a couple great recommendations. This is one of them, and then our Kingdra sent a little bit. He definitely helped me out on. So huge shout outs to those guys. If you want to join the front office, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I'd really appreciate your help. We're looking to grind and increase our Wi-Fi record this gen because it hasn't been great as of late. But regardless, we have Silvally Fairy here. Rocking out with the Arceus system as its ability, obviously, and the Fairy Plate. Is that what it? Fairy Memory, duh. As its item, Multi-Check, Flame Charge, Psychic Fangs, and Swords Dance. Now, if you look at my opponent's team, this set actually does phenomenally. Once we chip down the Rapidash at +2 and then with a +1 speed, we just rip through my opponent's team at +2. Also gives us a secondary check to Urshifu, who can always take a hit from that thing, which is obviously very nice. And we're obviously preventing a Choice Flygon from locking Outrage versus their team. that doesn't have a steel type on it this week, which is obviously very, very clutch as well. So I think that Silvally is, very, very good in this matchup, not only as an offensive win con, but as a potential win con. I mean, a potential defensive pivot against a lot of his things. EVs wise, totally forgot to mention 100 HP, 124 attack, 52 defense, and 4 speed F, and 228 speed with an adamant nature. Now, next up, we have our Pelipper rocking out with the heavy duty boots. Drizzle is its ability, Scald, U-turn, Hurricane, and Roost. EVs wise, we got 236 HP, 108 defense, 100 special attack, 4 speed F, and 60 speed with a bold nature. This thing is here to just be a general defensive pivot, be annoying, pivot into the Azumarill, maybe U-turn out, pivot in and check the Flygon and the Piloswine and things like that. Take a hit from Urshifu always. Take a hit from Rapidash, unless it's Wild Charge. No, so that's too ridiculous amount. But a good overall physical blanket check to his team, and it's mainly here to step the rain as per usual for our Kingdra in the back. Next up, we have our Assault Vest Stunfisk, GCS Stunfisk, rocking out the static ability, Discharge, Earth Power, Foul Play, and Scald. EVs wise, we got 228 HP, 124 defense, 12 special attack, 140 speed F, and 4 speed with a calm nature. Now, this thing, its coverage is actually very good versus our opponent, if I'm being completely honest. Discharge and Earth Power, obviously, the stabs are very good in this game. Minus something like a Thwacky or a Piloswine or a Decidueye. It actually hits his whole team. Foul Play is to hit said Decidueye very, very hard. It is a 2-hit KO on that thing on the switch, which is obviously very, very clutch. Scald is for the Piloswine, catching that if we can catch it on the switch and get a burn off. That's obviously very, very nice for us. And it's just, a general big hit off of it, especially if rain is up. And then, Thwacky, while we may not hit it super hard, we can still pepper it for damage. We can get a Scald Burn, we can get a Discharge Pair, things like that. Foul Play will chunk out a little bit, especially if it's like a Swords Dance set or something like that. So definitely very solid in its own right. Then next up, we have our Kingdra. Very, very cool set this week. We were rocking out with the Choice Band. Swift Swim is its ability. Liquidation, Outrage, Flip Turn, and Double Edge. EVs wise, we got 52 HP, max attack, and 204 speed with the Jaw of Nature. This Pokemon is very self-explanatory. I'm going to be coming in this game, and I am going to be clicking Liquidation. My opponent's water resists are, flimsy at best. Decidueye takes a ridiculous amount from Abandoned Liquidation in the rain, like an absolute metric ton from it. Blastoise and Azumarill, I'm expecting them to either be heavily Spadef or Assault Vest in this matchup. So if I can get rocks up, we actually do a ridiculous amount to them. Like Double Edge is actually a 2-hit KO on the Azumarill, so that's why we have that as our 4th move. Couldn't really think of anything else. Flip Turn is for general momentum grabbing, and then Outrage. Once we get rid of that Azumarill, Outrage is very, very free versus my opponent too. So I think that Banded Kingdra actually puts on a lot of pressure. It breaks open for itself, and it can potentially set up for its own endgame to potentially clean up later on. Then lastly, we have Boo the Clefairy, rocking out with the Eviolite, Magic Guard, its ability, Moonblast, Stealth Rock, Soft Boiled, and Aromatherapy, max HP, max Fist Def, and then 4 special attack. This thing is here to pivot into Urshifu, see what it potentially wants to lock into, depending on its set. We can take pretty much any 2 hits from that thing, as long as they're not 2 Banded Iron Heads or Poison Jabs or anything like that. We get up rocks on a lot of this team. Aromatherapy is just because there's a lot of general annoying status. Scald, Blastoise, Flame Body, Rapidash is definitely a big one. And things like that. So I wanted something to Aromatherapy off the status off of members like Zarude if it gets burned, or my Kingdra if it gets burned, in all honesty, hitting the Rapidash. So it's mainly honestly because Flame Body Rapidash is so annoying versus me. And it's weird to say that Rapidash is a giant threat versus my Rain team, but just shows you I draft a pretty crappy Rain team if Rapidash is a big issue for me. But regardless, it's very nice. We can also heal off status on our Stunfish. I wanted to be a Wish Pass with this thing, but I really thought the rocks were very important in getting the chip that we need for Kingdra. It's actually honestly instrumental. I feel like 2 rock switchings, most Urshifus do die to a Liquidation in the rain. So things like that end up racking up, getting those 2-hit KOs and the bulkier things after a little bit of chip, because of the rocks, is very, very important. So I think that rocks are very important. Then Aromatherapy is a nice 4th move. And then Softboil to keep itself healthy, and Moonblast just so we are have an attacking move and we can, hit the things that we're trying to check. But yeah, that's going to be the team. Again, the battle audio is going to be a lot quieter than this. I very much so apologize, but I will be right back with said game. Alright guys, here we are with the battle. We're connected with Shay. Let's see what he brought. Let's see if we can take home a dub to end off our BBR season. Another disappointing Wi-Fi season for us, but I'd like to end it off on a plot. At all. So, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm assuming maybe he's doing his intro or something like that. I've still yet to record my team builder, I won't lie, so let me kind of refamiliarize myself with the team that we're bringing. Okay, cool. So as for the stuff that he ends up bringing, he goes with, what did he not bring this? He didn't bring Thwacky, which is actually honestly nice. So we have Blast, Twice, Urshi, Sid, Rapidash, Azu, and Tox. Honestly, good to see. I'm not too upset with this at this point in time. Something that I want to do, because a really annoying lead for me in a lot of my mocks was honestly a lead, Rapidash. But other than that, Zarude leaves off the best versus literally everything. So I think what I'm gonna do is lead Zarude, and we'll go from there. Because it leads well versus Azu. Even if it's some whack Perish Trap set, I can always just U-turn out the turn after. And, you know, go from there. I can honestly just click U-turn turn 1 in all honesty. Because he's either Rindo or some really fat trapping set or something weird. Have fun. And yeah, we'll see what we can do though. Why do I have my Spotify? Oh, way. Awesome. So good luck up into Shay. Hopefully we can have a good one. Hopefully we don't get quick clawed again. Go ahead and put him past him though. I'm gonna put it past him. It was pretty funny looking back on it. Using the double quick claw. And at least looking back on it. Definitely not the time. Not happy with that. Let's see what he ends up leading off. We're challenged by Shay. And that is going to be Blastoise. That's like a best case scenario for us. I'm going to U-turn. I know that the Rapidash is very likely to come in. But in all honesty, I do have aromatherapy support in the back with the Flame Body, and I think grabbing momentum is very important here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to U-turn out. There's no reason he leaves in turn 1. Absolutely no reason. Just kidding. So I'm gonna go Pelipper. I don't know what this thing wants to do to me besides put Focus Blast? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll be honest. So, let's go more Pelipper to a Blastoise counter. Okay, so that's not gonna do that much. So he must have just been some weird Sash counter set to try and catch my Zarude. What is your switching to this? Not much in all honesty. I'm just gonna click Hurricane. Yeah, that's cool in theory, but like, I'm gonna click Hurricane. If he goes Tox, I have a very free switching to Tox in Stunfisk. In which I will just throw off a So we have counter and flip turn so far on the agenda form. Hurricane is honestly pretty free in this matchup in particular. He does not have a great Hurricane pivot. It's literally just Tox, and Tox takes 87 million from a what do you call it? From a skull. Yeah, Tox takes 72 from a skull. That actually would die from Hurricane to skull if we wanted to put that on. If it goes on the head, it's gonna be just a Zoom roll. Well, we'll keep this as a Assault Vest right here. Crit? Yeah, sure. What? How bulky is this? Very interesting. Okay. That was a crit. You have to be like max for def. I'm gonna stay in and get a little bit of damage off on you. Maybe I should have roosted if he is offensive and I'm just tripping. I could be kind of screwed here. But like based on that damage, being that he's not Assault Vest, because I was left with that pop. He has to be like max. Careful. We'll just click it again, I think. Toxic, yeah. He's like some super fat set. And from here, being that he is a very fat set, part of me just wants to roost. Like, this thing really isn't that big of a threat being that's not an offensive set. And this thing getting chipped is so nice for my banded Kingdra in the back. Banded Kingdra can just win in all honesty if we get rain up again. Like, it goes crazy. And we can aromatherapy this off. So I'm gonna roost as I expect a potential toxicity to come in right here. We'll see. We'll see for sure. If we are gonna roost, they are gonna stay in. If they whirl for me, I just U-turn. Okay, it won't work. Okay. They're indeed light screen. They're light screen, toxic. Light screen toxic is all we've seen, right? They're very scared of Kingdra, by the way, which is honestly very interesting. They're terrified of Kingdra at this point in the game, apparently. We're gonna U-turn. They're lefties, so they're not getting the most turns out of what they out of their thing. And honest to God, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna go boo. I'm gonna get on my rocks. Alright, rocks incredibly free at this point in time. Pretty sure they are. We're physically defensive. This thing is mad for death, so like, oh, it's... So it's getting a lot of health back, which is unfortunate. Something I don't appreciate. But the rain is gonna stop. And from here... all I need to do is get up my rock. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rock. They should go Rapid Ash here. Rapid Ash is very free on me at this point, but I still have a full house Sun Fist in the back. So I'm not super worried. To withdraw egg. Onto this thing, which is honestly fine as well. This gives me better positioning and all honesty. So we're gonna get up our stealth rock with good old Berry here. And our full house stuff is, even with the light screen up, I'm not super worried about this thing, man. I'm really not worried about it at all, in all honesty. I don't know how many turns are left, but we are not really touched by specs on this thing. Like, specs really bounces off of it. Going to flip. He's not doubling, obviously. You can't bolt on us. So we'll be in a good spot. Boom burst. Not specs. Did nothing. And part of me just really wants to go for foul play. How much does foul play do to Decidueye? That is a... especially offensive. So I think foul play is like incredibly free right here. It's really the only switch in. So we'll be able to see... yeah, this is Decidueye. So we'll be able to see exactly what the spread on this thing is. We have rocks. Nice foul play. It dies. That's awesome. That's phenomenal for us. Awesome. And the light screen's gonna wear off, so we're gonna be in a pretty solid spot. That Decidueye was very annoying, actually. So, I'll take it. I'll take it. And from here, we just, we see what they go into. We know there's some super whack Azumarill set too. Like, not whack isn't like bad, but it's like whack is different. I don't mean disrespect. I really don't. That must have been like banded Decidueye. How did that kill? That shouldn't have killed. I guess it was a roll if they were offensive. 25%. I'll take it. Ursha, baby. I'm going to boo. I have no use for this thing outside of checking this. I don't think a +1 Iron Head will knock us out either, if he does end up being bulked up. Very. No. If he's not banded. We'll be able to count damage on him as well. And the rocks right now are proving to be incredibly clutch, like ridiculously clutch for us. I'm gonna pivot out of my just Stunfisk. It does really well against a lot of his members. Wicked Blow's gonna pop. Your life orb? You're not life orb. Is there a reason to aromatherapy up my thing? I don't think so at this point. But also, I'm not really... I'm gonna Moonblast in case the skeleton stays in. I mean, like, I don't think he should. I really don't... Yeah, he should. He just goes free Rapidash. We'll always see if it's boots. It isn't a moist. Well, actually, big chip on this. He's not smashed either. Literally no way. We're getting some drops. Yeah, we get a special attack drop, which is awesome. I'm gonna aromatherapy here now that we got that drop. Rapid spin. That's fine. I use it if you want, don't I? So we're gonna be able to aromatherapy our Pelipper no longer is poisoned. I'm just gonna soft boiled up. They could flip turn this turn, which would be annoying, because now I don't get information on the Rapidash. Yeah, but I get back up to full. So is this really that big of a deal? Not really. It's really not. As at this point in the game too, our bandit Kingdra is looking clean. Lord, appreciate the impact. Huh? Go Gunk! This is fine. The fact that he's not using the Rapidash makes me really think that he is, what do you call it? I think it's a 3 right here. Stunfisk is crazy at this point. We'll just go hard into it. He can make a nice aggressive double here, but I'm not in a position where I need to play crazy around it. Burst again, he does. Fine. Just gonna bounce. Leaving 4-hit KO. What do I... Just put Earth Power here? What do I lose out of picking Earth Power? Genuinely nothing. Genuinely nothing. He doesn't really have a switch in. Why not? Why not? Stuff is putting on the offensive pressure at this point in the game. Good lord. I could have discharged as well, I guess. It'll be fine. Save this. It does pretty well. I wish I would have discharged. That's fine. Norse Earth Power. Do a decent little chunk to this thing, and I'm really thinking it's Assault Vest. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pivot hard out into my Pelipper. I don't really have a reason not to at this point in the match. And we'll go from there. Looking a-okay. If we get up rocks again, we'll be in a great spot. We'll be in a great spot. Because Bandit Kingdra is absolutely insane. But the main goal is going to be getting up said rocks. Earthquake. Alright. And from here, I'm just going to U-turn. I think I'm actually storing this. Am I storing this? Okay. Check that. If not, I can go hard out into my... Yeah, he's gonna put himself. That's fine. I'm assuming out to Tox. I'm assuming out to Tox. Does Tox get Weather Ball? If Tox gets Weather Ball, I'm actually kind of in a pickle. Go Tox Tristan. I don't think it does, and it would make like very little sense if it did. It doesn't. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're gonna U-turn. And I want to see I'm like banded in the rain. does take a touch. You can use this as an opportunity of ridiculously great. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Kingdra, and I'm gonna click Liquidation. You cannot stop. Kingdra's gonna come out. I'm just gonna click Liquidation. It claims a kill at this point in the game. There's nothing my opponent can do to stop it from killing at this point in the match. So that's what we're gonna play. To an Anzu level 252. Egg. This thing is going to be too yeah. In the rain? Yeah, that does a ridiculous amount. Big Liquidation is going to come off. That does so much damage. Okay, awesome. This is Toxic Protect Draining Kiss Light Screen. It could be Protect to stall a turn. Could actually be pretty important because I think that would put it out of range if we run out of range. We do not run out of range unless they get a double Protect. So we're just going to click Liquidation again. There's literally nothing stopping me. So yeah, out goes Liquidation, down goes Azu. It's nice because it's a big general nuisance down to our team. The thing was very bulky. But Kingdra is putting in the utmost at this point in the match, which is awesome. From here, I think I'm just gonna go into as he goes into his Blastoise most likely. I'm just gonna go into my Zarude. I don't think there's a reason not to go into Zarude at this point. I'm gonna save the Kingdra if at all possible. I'm getting at everywhere. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Let's see what he went into. Nothing yet. Sorry, I was responding to a Discord. Okay, so he's gonna go Blastoise. I'm gonna go into my Zarude just because it gives me better range turn options. I don't think it stalls. If anything, I think the flip turns counters something else. But from here, I can just kind of go into Zarude and there you go. That's boy. Too defensive. I love this. Legislator actually doesn't kill. It's unfortunate. He's gonna be able to flip turn. Which actually gives him pretty solid momentum. Good play right there. And he's going to be able to get out into his Rapidash. But I think we still should be fine. Like, I'm not super worried. Because we still have plenty of range turns to honestly just break through our opponent's team to an immense amount. Like, really break through our opponent's team. I'm assuming a Rapidash is going to come out here. Ursha Bait. How comes this thing? Into the what do you call it? What's its name? Oh my god, Ursha Bait. This thing's Ursha Bait. Isn't that what well, combat does not knock it out. So I don't have a reason not to go into Boo. I don't think they're abandoned. Like, I should be looking at the numbers though. There's no reason not to. I want to get a Brock though. Like, I really want to get a Brock. They should U-turn here though. U-turn's so no drawback because it'll kill me like 800 times over. Well, that's fine. And I didn't look at the numbers again. But what I'm gonna do is just throw off rocks. Like, rocks are like zero drawback right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw rocks. Genuinely no reason not to. It chips everything in the range with Kingdra in the rain. Kingdra in the rain kills everything on the team at this point. So, why not? Why not? He can go Tox as he has been most of the game. That's fair. I'm assuming he's choice too. The weight is fair. Which is fine. As I am gonna get off my stealth rockaroo. And from here, I'm in kind of a tough spot. What I kind of want to do is go Pelipper And then if they call me on the wild charge play, great play. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Pelipper, and then I'm going to pivot into Stunfisk immediately after. They're going to pivot out themselves, going to Pupper's Gunk. They could have just done this initially, but honest to God, that's fine. I'm not checking too hard. I'm really not checking too hard. As we have our rocks up too, which means that our good old, what do you call it? I didn't even plan to kill them. Do it. Let's freaking do it. Why not? And from here, we'll, we need a good spot. We just need to chip the Rapidash a little bit. I'm gonna stay in. I'm assuming boom burst again. Actually, this might be a 2KO, but honestly, it's fine. Boom burst, come out. 103 down to. This is a 2KO. Whatever, it's fine. They could be scared of a roll. They shouldn't be. They are gonna boom burst again, but we do have enough ranges to where we can go into Kingdra and claim a kill right here. That's just what we're gonna do. Stunfisk put in an unbelievable amount of work. I do commemorate him. Shout out to you, bro. Shouts out to you, Big Fist. And we're gonna go grab this, and we're just gonna click liquidation. Once again, the button is very free. You get to play the KO. I'll take that for yourself. I'll take it. If we get like Flame Body Burn or something very unlucky with our Kingdra, we still have the option. Aromatherapy that away. Very nice. So he's gonna withdraw it, and he's gonna give us something else. Is it gonna be the Blastoise? Awesome. I'll take that. I wonder if this will kill. If this kills, this is more specially defensive. Oh, I don't know how many rain turns we have left. If we have one more, we'll be able to claim another kill. Which is obviously very clutch. I was finally using rain, right? Finally, I'll take it. This would be a nice way to send off being able to take home this game. As I'm realizing my game has been so loud this whole time. Oh no! That's so bad. Okay. Now, honest to God, I don't know if I want to risk this roll. I feel like risking this roll is kind of a throw. We're gonna go Kingdra. We're gonna look in the rain against Urshifu after Stealth Rock. How much does it take? But do we die to a non-banded hit? We do not. And I don't think he's banded. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna click liquidation. So we don't kill him right here. Unless we get a crit. But he should not be able to kill us. And he might even Iron Head this turn, as he does get the defense drop. As he clicks Drain Punch, this will not kill us. 90 down to 157. Do we have another turn rain? Hunt for it. So, what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to go Pelipper. Don't think we have a reason not to go Pelipper. Oh, video's going to be so loud. That's so unfortunate. Oh, this is a good game, too. Hunt for it. Yeah, it's all just gonna show up as one audio file in post. So he's gonna pivot out. He's gonna go Punk Goes Gunk. Honestly, that's fine though, isn't it? Because all I need to do is U-turn, right? Won't I have enough rain turns to just win? Or just Scald for free, right? I should win, right? Pretty sure. I'm just gonna Scald. I don't really have a switch into this thing, but it gives me enough rain turns, I think. At least I'm pretty sure it does. If he Boom Burst, I don't know if that kills us. He's gonna Boom Burst. It does kill us. So we should have 3 turns left, which would mean 3 KOs with Kingdra. Should mean 3 KOs with Kingdra. We'll see, though. He has 3 Mons left. Correct. We have 3 turns of Reigns left. So I think we positioned ourselves to where Kingdra can just clean up this game. And let us take home a dub. So we are going to liquidation. Down goes Punk goes Gunk. Big toxicity. Put on a lot of offensive pressure on our team. Despite us having a very good check. I didn't drink any of my water this whole time. I grabbed it specifically so I could drink in between turns. But that sucker won't kill us. And he's Scarf, I think. The way he's been playing it screams Scarf. I could be wrong, but we should outspeed everything. So he's going to sucker. Did we die? No, we don't. Sick! And we should win. We should win with our last turn liquidation. As Bandit Kingdra is going to click some buttons this match. Click some buttons. It's going to come out. He is not boots. Slick didn't bring boots in a mock, which makes sense because my rocks options are pretty sus. So that's definitely fair. But we are going to click liquidation. We are going to win this game a clean 4-0. GG's to Shay. Definitely go check him out in the description below. He makes hilarious content. He's a very good player as well. I don't know if he's playoff bound here in BBR. I know he's closer to playoffs than we were. That's for damn sure, though. So definitely go give him a look. He's a very solid player. Very good content. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for taking this journey in BBR with me this season. It wasn't the our best run. It's not something I'm super proud of, in all honesty. I think that we should be in playoffs based on how unlucky we did get throughout the season. I mean, look at last week, a double quick claw. Like, shit like that all season, unfortunately. But I really do think that we played well. Just weren't very lucky. And I think we did very well for the very god-awful team that I drafted. I'm hoping that if I do get invited to the BBR in the future, I can, show off my skills as a battler much more so than, how I performed here in this particular matchup. I mean, in this particular season. But yeah, again, thank you guys for all of you that have come along this journey with me, and I will see you guys in the next video whenever that is. Later.